Good morning, YouTube. We are at the Duck Club today spraying burn down to get ready for the 26-27 season. Burning down our hole number 2. We're going to be spraying a combination of glyphosate 2,4-D with a little bit of Miracle-Gro. If I can give anybody one important key to killing with any kind of herbicide, is a cheap bag of Miracle-Gro will absolutely fold anything you spray like a cheap lawn chair. It tricks the weeds into absorbing it as a nutrient. It helps break down that waxy layer, so if you're spraying late, noontime, it helps perk them up and shut them down all at one time. You will not get a better burn down without putting some type of fertilizer in your program. If you can get a hold of 28S, put that in there. You ain't got to have a lot. Like I said, one bag of cheap Miracle-Gro or any kind of water-soluble fertilizer, cheapest thing you can get. Stick it in the tank, one bag, 40 gallons at a time, and you will absolutely destroy whatever weed problem you're trying to work on with the right herbicides. Like I said, today we're going to be using 2,4-D. We've got some poison ivy that keeps creeping in here. We got some broadleaf, typical broadleaf weeds, mustards, cocklebur, and then we're hitting the annual grasses. But yeah, stay tuned. This is step 1. We'll burn it down. I'll show you guys some of the other duck holes. We got 4 of them over here, Central North Carolina. We're finna get after it. Welcome to the hunt. Still on number 2. It's shaped like a boot. All right, boys, we headed to the number 1 hole right now. This is an early season hole. It's separated from the other impoundments. It's open. Almost would be similar to like a teal hole, but here, let's see it. Here we go. It's out in the middle of a field. It's about 2 acres. Got a big Arkansas sled blind over in the corner. But we finna burn it down, get it ready. Now this one is primarily gonna be hammering on the seeds, small grain. We're gonna be hitting it with milo, Jap millet. It stays dry enough, we'll probably toss some brown top in here just to fill in. But yeah, that's hole number 1. You guys already seen number 2. We're gonna burn this one down if I got time before. We might hit number 3, but stay tuned. All right, boys, hole number 4, down in the woods, old woody hole. Blinds about right in there. Shoot both sides. Ball valve coming from number 3. This here is a pretty good hole. We're setting this one up late season. It's the end of the food chain as far as the water pump. We're looking large seed, corn, milos, and I think I'm gonna throw some Jap millet in there. I don't know, we're thinking about it, but just a little something to give them. But it blinds about right there. But man, oh man, that's hole number 4. Late season, this thing right here, they come a crowding up in this hole. All right, boys, we are done spraying for today. We didn't get all 4 of them done, but we were able to get number 2, number 3, which I didn't get a video of. Got 2 and 3 sprayed. I got the border of 4 sprayed. We're gonna have to come back and finish 1 and 4 up. But biggest thing I wanted to, really press is, I see so many videos with guys talking about doing burn downs and stuff, but they really miss that fertilizer in the tank. That can be so crucial to really hammer home them stubborn weeds. any grasses, anything like that. It's just, for what you spend in it, the results you get back are astronomical. Now, don't go thinking just because you're putting that little bit of fertilizer in the water that's going to pick up any of the units you need as far as what you're putting on your crop, so that is more or less just trying to get that plant to act as a sponge and draw it in. One thing you got to remember, though, with these chemicals or these fertilizers, or this stuff is highly corrosive. So make sure that when you get done with your equipment, you are washing out these pumps. And we'll have some videos through the season kind of showing you washing the tanks out, switching from crops to crops. Once we come in after we plant, we'll put in our pre-emergence. But, stay locked in with us. We're just a group of high school buddies. We've grown up. We'll go back to car seats, man. We've lived each other our whole lives, and we're just blue collar guys, and we're in Central North Carolina, and we're thankful to have and know people and work hard, and now have the opportunity to have places to play hard with our families. And we want to bring you guys along. But I'd like to start. I want to show you guys some of the chemicals we used today, just to kind of recap what we did, talk some amounts. But what we got here is what we use today. This is a water soluble fertilizer. It's a triple 20. I have a greenhouse. We grow a lot of vegetable plants for the gardens, and watermelons is set out for watermelon. And I buy it in 25-pound bags. I get it right at the cheapest place I can, which is a farm supply place for us. I get it 25-pound bags. I just keep it with me on hand. It's easy. If you don't have a lot to spray, a couple acres here or there, it may be better off just to go get you a couple of the Miracle-Gro bags. But this bag cost me $40 a bag. You can buy it at your general nursery, garden supply place. It's not going to come at your Lowe's or your box stores, but you go to a good place that sells a lot of nursery plants, they'll have it. The next one we use, Anime 400s, 2,4-D. Any 2,4-D. I'm not brand specific. I'm money specific. I like what I can get for the best price. At the end of the day, it's all the same chemical. 2,4-D, that's really going to hammer home your broadleafs, so your wild mustards, your poison ivies, lamb's quarters, pigweed. But everybody knows pigweed's pretty tough, but it'll put a whipping on pigweed pretty good. Cleaning up that Jap millet, you're going to see us start hammering with these Jap millets and these grain grasses with that 2,4-D, really cleaning them up, keeping it clean. The next one's just going to be your regular old generic Roundup, right? So 41% glyphosate. We're just using what we can for the best price we can. So with that said, we're going with 1.5 quarts on burn down, especially if you got good thick grass. I'm going 1.5 quarts to the acre on burn down with the Gly. I'm going with 1 pint to the acre on the 2,4-D. Now, if I'm spraying roads or anything like that, like earlier I was speaking about the poison ivy, man, we got it bad over there. But the poison ivy and those big broadleafs like that, I like to go 1 quart to the acre. So like I said, I sprayed the outer edge of number 4 today. We got a lot of broadleafs. We got a lot of vines going over there. I really sock it to it. But you got to remember, 2,4-D has what they call a half-life. Okay, so I sprayed 2,4-D on my crop field as well, or in the impoundment. But it has a half-life. And what that means is when you spray it, it hits the ground at whatever strength you sprayed it. It's half strength still laying in the ground. So you got to give it, I like to do 16 to 18 days after I sprayed it. A lot of that has to do with rain, but you give it 16, 18 days before you put any kind of seed in the ground, broadleaf wise. It'll make the corn look whippy too. So be real careful with the 2,4-D. Like I said, if you want to give it 18, 20 days, that's cool too. But just make sure you remember when you spray that right there is going to be at least 3 weeks out from when you go in there to plant. Because I'm telling you, that right there will kill your seed just as fast as anything else in the world. you might as well be throwing it in the woods. And then with the Miracle-Gro, like I said, I don't know how much is in a bag of Miracle-Gro. I think it's 18 ounces or 1 pound containers. You can do that. Just do a pound, you know, but that's, you know, we're really socking it home on that. But hey, stay with us, stay locked in, and we're going to bring you a hunt. And always, like, share, and subscribe. Because Lord knows we need it. And help a brother out.